Abusia atija biom. Ye nyina anim madam ayefe no Agradaa. Sisi expose bia ba abonten a mebe ya kyerɛw ano woten. Minim se obi bekura ebetimi aye Agradaa ho investigation sei na minim sa. Alatani bi etimi de camera ahye ne ho. Akwa Agradaa nkyɛn na evidence odi aba no ano woten mi evidence sei na be pepa video awo ya otimi se evidence e ka ho no ano woten. Ni nyina ne se maami efe no Agradaa esakira yi ye ko share no bo na su ni ade alatafo bi ne bebo no ba bi ni ade a ye shira ni wie ye obeye sofo maami wa bre yi ye chi no ye beli no na entokwa akoso o media no so na wo pie na wo ne bible bo ne bo na ye ensem mebri na ekoso oso wonye komfo bi enu ano no waja kom ono nkwa na ye komfo aja utimi station apo no ene eye champagne na ekoso bibia dadin na maami free na akomu obeye Kristo ni ohunu se Kristo sum ne de onya bewura mu se ekimu a eye krono a omunyina na ebo enye ono nko na ebo sa krono no tinipa eye krono asofo ni nyina na ebo obi agisika obi abu obi timi ton wi eye krono omunyina na ebo eho no so no ukasa wo chi sa krono bo na agise wo chi omunyina afra ntole no ho akobombi obo krono na enkosi hwe because eye krono a eye bo a na omunyina ebo na we na ala tani bi e de ato no ho so akoye no ho investigative journalist menu akwaku investigation say na na pese o the bible ntempa ko investigative journalist nti kwaku bra be investigation nti wo investigation a branch no wo eye alata no watimi aye investigation wa Agradaa ho a wo see ensi you according to no bo ne ptofo bi kontokwa ne de enso na mfa so ba eno de menka ho asem na wo hwe eye investigation a eye maame Agradaa ya ye wo no no ho sei na se ano woden yanko head a branch in video the ababontin evidence upon evidence.
Hello guys, today I have something spectacular for you. For the first time ever, we investigate a Christian religious leader. They are the most difficult to investigate, the most expensive to investigate, the most time consuming, the most dangerous to investigate. For the first time ever, we investigated one. But before I get to that will be a challenge in 5 countries, and Ghana is included. 5 countries in three different regions of Ghana, and in 3 days. We'll be in Ghana, and anyone who has any evidence to prove there is a sign of supernatural will be able to walk away with 490,000 cities. 490 cases. That's not the money. It's what I've known about in Accra. So we'll be debunking the supernatural just like we did in Nigeria. But before I get to that, I'll talk about the more of that at the ending of the video. But before I get to that, let me get right to the business of today: snake oils.
Abusia video na no watin. E pese utimi share video yi. Enya Agradaa nko antina wo se me ka bia na memfo no nko na eyu. Omunyina. Na ba ku bi ka ho a ano watin pa. Eno ba abonten a oyem be hyew. And we Agradaa de odi abeto ene ye hwe bi. Me pese odi o comment ba. Nyinya abotire ti di abrante ne ba be ka no. Sofu bi so de aba abonten. A wakoye galamse a ya che no. Ono so anwumre ye de beba abonten. O na asore e wa America. E fe no kwaku Jesse. Ye video no. Obetimi no comment ba. Be did Ekuonaba boatin. Aha. Ekuonaba television. Aha, a fact. You can't say that you are near pay baby atena. Din you lemu.
Hello guys, today I have something spectacular for you. For the first time ever, we investigate a Christian religious leader. They are the most difficult to investigate, the most expensive to investigate, the most time consuming, the most dangerous to investigate. But for the first time ever, we investigated one. But before I get to that will be a challenge in 5 countries, and Ghana is included. 5 countries in three different regions of Ghana, and in 3 days. We'll be in Ghana, and anyone who has any evidence to prove there is a sign of supernatural will be able to walk away with 490,000 cities. 490 cases. That's not the money. It's what I've known about in Accra. So we'll be debunking the supernatural just like we did in Nigeria. But before I get to that, I will talk about the more of that at the ending of the video. But before I get to that, let me get right to the business of today: snake oils. Snake oils. So for those who do not know who she is, her name is Nana Agradaa. You know, there are a lot of stories around her name, but for the first time I actually investigated her and actually got the evidence that she's just from witch doctor to church. She has just been scamming people, you know. She went from a witch doctor after some cases and some issues. She went from actually being a witch doctor to being a religious leader, and this thing works, you know.
Video ni beba abonti ansa. Dia urade ayama me. Wo fra urade afra me. Wo gia urade agye me. Eho ani geni eho ahwa. Adesua bia na so me, edi bia na da me din so. Na kwasie da. Me sofo eka kire me so. Nyame wo fra wo. Wo se dia ya fama wo evangelist Patricia Odro Granting. Enesa mete ha. Yesu agye me. Na wasesa me din aye from Nana Agradaa. Na wa mami din fufuro bia ye from evangelist Patricia Odro Granting.
Three things I noticed when I was while I was I got to a place around 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m. and there are just few people in our church, and after I thought that there won't be a lot of people in our church because of the issues covering around our church. But when I got there around 9 o'clock, and I thought it would be very easier for people to actually recognize the scam. And I sat down, and there were just a few people at our church around 9 a.m. and I was like, wow, they've gotten the truth. There is no point actually investigating this woman. Then around 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, the church was so filled up that there wasn't enough people. There wasn't enough chairs. There were not enough chairs for people to actually sit on. You know, I'm very serious about it. The church was filled up, and it was full. The second thing is that she lagged the thinking demography, and I mean around 18 people of 18 years old to 30, 25 to 30 years old. You know, these are when people actually think that they believe that they can actually understand the world with the tools of their mind. And there were a lot of people. There weren't a lot of people there. You know, there were a lot of people of that demography, and I think to some extent that is actually good news. That is actually good news because she is very controversial. You know, she actually said something that a gay person actually had sex with her husband. You see a lot of things, controversial things about her, but she's very famous. You know, she's very famous. Ghana is compared to Nigeria, it is very small. It is very small, but there are about 30 million people in this country. But a lot of people actually believe that she's still a real deal. She's still a real deal. But that demography itself was actually absent, and I'm actually happy for that. And I'm happy for that. The third thing is that it is a cult. You know, this is a cult, not a church. A religion is a cult that went mainstream, but this is just a plain cult as it stands right now. People are not allowed. They are not allowed to take pictures in a church. You're not allowed to actually record any video. You can't even take a picture of yourself. I got there and I was taking a picture. I wasn't even doing any kind of stuff. I was taking a picture of my phone, and they just took my phone and off, and I was like, wow, fuck. Why are you taking pictures? Why are you taking pictures? There are no pictures. Pictures are not, and this is the church. This is a church for Christ's sake. This is the church. And those are the few things I actually noticed at our place. When I got there, these oils, you know, they were for sale. You know, the church has to make some money somehow, right? But then I met someone who actually directed me to actually see someone who has the connection to her, who actually takes the inventory for people actually going to meet her. And to actually meet her, to talk to her, you have to pay 50 cedis. I kid you not, 50 cedis. To meet a religious leader, you have to pay 50 cedis. What is this?
So we have the protection oil. The oil that will protect you from evil things.
Okay, so I came to see her personally.
Yeah, you pay 50 cedis
Okay.
for card, and the oil is 20 cedis. So it's 70 cedis.
I was hoping to actually see her directly, you know. You see, I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in the Bible or the Quran or any of those things. But I remember my days back in Bible study when we read the book of Matthew. I think it is Matthew chapter 10 verse 8 that actually said, this is the Bible talking, not me, this is the Bible talking. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leprosy, drive out demons, freely you have received, freely give. But to meet Nana Agradaa, you have to pay 50 cedis. And I paid. Then she sat me down and asked me about my problem. I told her I had the disease. I sleep with about 3 to 4 girls minimum on a day, you know, and I'm actually going broke. It is ruining my life, and I feel like maybe something was wrong with me. So that was what I met her for, you know, like a sexual problem. I only speak English.
What is your problem?
I have an issue. I was recommended to appeal for me. It is a sexual issue now.
What's the issue?
It is a sexual issue.
Okay.
I have this.
Is it spiritual?
No, that's what I'm here to check. You know, I have this, you know, incredible, or you know, at least, you know, on the minimum. You know, I have sex with about 3 girls on the minimum a day.
Okay.
You know, I have someone even waiting for me at home right now.
So what do you want Mama to do for you?
I don't know. I want her to actually find out what is wrong with me.
Is it real? Is it physical?
I don't know. I'm here to check.
No, what I mean is, do you have sex with niggas physically or spiritually?
Spiritual.
Is it spiritual?
Sometimes spiritual. Most of the time it's physical, but sometimes it is spiritual. Yeah.
What's the name?
Daniel.
Daniel is a problem. Bring a man and shut that. The following week, Wednesday, prayer and fasting.
You bring 200 cedis.
You bring 200 Ghana cedis. 200 Ghana cedis.
200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I should hear from this.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, will I wait till then to find out what is wrong with me? Or?
No.
Unless you bring the money.
Yeah.
You
She give you
consult
direction.
the directions and see what is wrong with you.
You understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so you just bring from the 200 Ghana cedis.
All right.
Because there's an act and then you do it.
Okay, I'll give it to me. Oh, when can I do that?
No, you bring
If it's ready now, you can bring it. Or Tuesday, you can bring it.
Okay, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Tuesday to here, so come.
Yeah?
Tuesday, come to church.
Oh,
and bring it.
what time should I
In
come?
the morning.
Okay, like what time?
Like the time you came to.
Oh!
Like 7 you are here.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Right? Alright.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. For her to actually comment on my disease alone, I have to pay 200 cedis. 200 cedis. And I didn't have 200 cedis on me because I had no account number and I was actually low on cash. Like, I was like low on cash. Only my money to get me back to my Sakumono at my place. That was what I had on me. And I had to come back on Tuesday. I met her on Sunday, then I had to come back on Tuesday. Bring the 200 cedis.
Why you didn't come today?
Huh?
Why you didn't come to church today? Is it for you?
Like for me, I don't speak English. I don't speak the language.
Which language?
I don't know the language.
Why you didn't come to church today?
You know, I don't understand the language they speak.
The local language.
Yeah.
That's why no, don't come to church. Where you come?
Eh?
Your pen.
Okay. You want to?
No. I want to see.
Okay.
Pen. I want to see.
Okay.
God. Where you coming the other time?
Eh?
Give me the other time.
Yeah. No, I was not supposed to come in. I called the person. That is the number I called. Oh, my phone is downstairs.
Ask the day that he came, your mama asked you to bring something.
Yeah.
How much?
200.
Well, what was the problem?
Ma?
What was the problem?
I told you I had a sexual problem. It's just like an urge, and I'm getting the urge, and it's too much. I still be too many people, and I was good to. So I could bring the.
Yeah.
Direction. Yeah.
I told you I would do something for you.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, the 200 CDs I gave her was just for her to actually give me solutions to my problem, Solutions to my problem. I had to know if it was spiritual or maybe it was physical. And I told her, I asked her about that. But she just took the 200 CDs from me and was like, wow, that is just to listen to your problem, not to actually give you a solution, to listen to your problem. Then started giving me solutions. They started giving me solutions for the my problem. Bath, to have my bath.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll write all the things for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you told me now.
I told you.
That I will write. You told me now.
I'll write it here.
Okay.
Buy a lacquer soap.
Lata soap.
Black soup.
Black soap, okay.
Write it.
Okay.
Very good lacquer. And one rubber bucket.
One.
Rubber bucket. And then oil that you buy, the oil, when you go, you are not a spiritual person. You will not sell it to you.
Okay. Oil. One oil.
I said the oil that you have to buy.
Okay.
It's a spiritual oil.
Okay.
So when you do, they will not sell it to you unless you give us money.
To
So I will send them to you and buy it.
Okay.
So one is merely oil, camel oil. You buy merely oil 7, camel oil 7. But when you go, they will not sell it to you.
Okay.
So as for the oil, my boys will go and buy it.
Okay.
So one is 100 cedis.
Okay.
The merely one is 100. You buy 7.
Okay.
The 7 will make 700 cedis.
Okay.
And the camel one is 200.
Okay.
Then you buy 7. So that one to make a much. 1,004 plus 1,100 for the oil.
Okay, 2,100 for the oil. I just want to.
So I'm going to start it.
She mentioned Alata soap, that is a common soap, But then she mentioned 2 soap. She called it moringa oil and camel oil, That is something called camel oil. It's baby oil, But the funniest thing is that we asked Ghanaians about this oil, and the funniest thing is that the oil doesn't exist. That's the thing, She told me that this oil they won't sell for me, and it cost 7 bottles of moringa oil and 7 bottles of camel oil, and it will cost me 2,100 cedis. 2,100 cedis, and she was like, I have to actually buy 7 of it, and the boys would actually buy it for me because I can't actually find it in any kind of spiritual. Because I'm not a spiritual person, they won't sell it for me. They wouldn't sell it for me. So the boys will actually go and buy that for me. Then we ask people, what does this moringa oil actually mean? This camel oil, And they were like, people that were familiar with actually told me that she was making things up. Because I asked Ghanaians, there was no evidence of this oil. That was no evidence of this oil. These oils are not oils that actually exist in Ghanaians. So something happened. Something so pathetic happened. She said she was struggling to take money off me because I didn't want to give her that 2,100 cedis. I was struggling not to give her that 2,100 cedis, and she was struggling to get that money off me. Okay, I can I transfer the money to him? Can I get his number?
The one you have to bring.
Oh, the money on me is not mine. I have
It's
to.
how much?
The money on is not my own money.
You can bring it, then you go and withdraw it. So we are going to start your work today. As you have paid the 200.
I know. I'm Nigerian. I don't have a Ghanaian account to actually withdraw. People transfer money for me, so that is no way to do what the person sent me to do today. Unless I can just. Is it possible for me to do this on Sunday morning or come on Sunday and actually transfer the money?
You pay some, not transfer. We are using it to buy the things. So you can't transfer it to anybody's account.
Okay.
So if you have small, you bring it.
No,
I will add this thing here and start.
Okay.
So that I can finish.
I have time. I know. I have time, but it is my mom that sends me something. I can't just, I don't want to.
So are you saying Sunday you can make
I can bring all the money on Sunday. It's no problem now. I came today. I can always come on Sunday. 2,100 cedis. And I should bring the bucket also on Sunday.
The bucket and the soap.
Okay, and the soap. Okay.
When you bring the money for the money, then we do it for you and take it.
At this stage of the investigation, she hasn't even told me what my problem was, what the problem was already. She was just like, I will just do this and do this and do this. Then I asked her what my problem was, and she asked for my name, and she just sat there meditating, and she was like, well, it is spiritual marriage,
Yeah, started with your name.
Daniel. Adewoyin. Adewoyin.
Spiritual.
No?
No problem.
I don't know what it is. I came here to. It is spiritual marriage. Okay, thank you. I stay around the Sakmono.
What work do you do?
I'm a student by blog. I haven't been with a woman in months. Not this year, not the half of last year. So this is all. She was just skimming. She was like, 200 cedis to talk to you, 50 cedis to actually talk to her in the first place, and 2,100 to actually get paid more for all of this stuff, And it was sad. It was sad to see. Sad to see that there are a lot of people, like very young kids, just like go marriage, and because this is a cult, honestly, everything in the church is actually restricted. When you are going to meet her, you can actually use your phone. So I would the investigation to this it is already out there, and I'll be out of Ghana by the time this goes public. And the main reason for this investigation is because we will be having a challenge in Ghana. 3 regions of Ghana, 3 days in Ghana, and it will be happening in 5 countries. The next country I do not know, but just like you, Ghanaians are surprised by my presence here, because I've gotten several invitations to actually come to your country. Just like that, those people in those countries would actually see me just like this, like a bird, how you be here, sign our guys, and that will be a match that will be for sale, and it will be uploaded soon, and that will be it, That will be a part 2 of this investigation, not this Agradaa investigation, but someone else uploaded soon. Shatawali.